How you doing? Real good.
Sweet.
I believe we're back.
Yep.
We're back for another session of Beladosh Music, streaming, chats, wizardry. I don't know what you call it. We make it up. I just want to start by saying, if anyone's out there, as Mr. Nariki said last week, or two of you, potentially. No, if anyone's watching, just want to bring up something that's important to me. So, welcome to the chat. Welcome to Beladosh Music Chats. I want everyone to think about how difficult it is right now for the creative industries folks out there. And more importantly, I want to give a massive, I can't say the word massive shout out. The word massive is not massive enough right now for how I really feel. But I want to give a massive shout out to Marcus Wright at Big Apache TV, at the Wicco, just for their generosity and his generosity to the music industry internationally. Not only internationally, but nationally.
Yep, and for Newcastle.
And more locally here in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. The guy works his butt off to make people's dreams happy.
Yep, definitely.
And come true and give joy to punters out there for good music, because it is, in my opinion, and I'm not knocking any other of the awesome venues that are in Newcastle that support live music, but my personal opinion is he gives so much. He's got the premier music venue in Newcastle, and doing it so tough right now.
Yeah, doing it very tough.
He's been restricted even more. I work with him in education, and he's doing it tough, and you can see it when you talk to him. So he's a good mentor of mine. So a massive shout out and sign of appreciation to Marcus Wright at Big Apache in the Wicco. You do an awesome job, brother, and this stuff will come full circle.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
We're going to pay you back, and I'm sure the punters and all the bands will pay you back in kind. He's hoping for when it happens.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Marcus looks out for me as well a lot. So
let's go there.
Yeah.
I have. So we've had some pretty big names here in the last few weeks. So here at Beladosh Music in the studio, it's Spy vs Spy. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're
we've had James Stretsov from Take My Soul, who are just pulling out some magic. Like, their music is so good. I reckon they're one of the next big things coming out of Australia. And, Justin Nariki, been there, done it all.
Yeah.
Just about, and wanting to do more, but we got shut down. But we're about promoting the young people and the new artists, and I have a really talented young fella here by the name of Pheonix Pritchard.
Yep.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show today. I really appreciate it. I've been a bit nervous coming on, doing something live. I'm not really used to anything like this before, but yeah.
But we're only having a chat.
Exactly, that's it, mate.
We're just two dudes. The only bad thing about it is we're both drinking water tonight.
Yeah, got to drive.
You're driving, I'll put on too much weight, but I'll probably have a beer tomorrow night. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, we're trying to support all creative types here. And we've had you in the studio here this afternoon.
Doing some songs.
Doing a bit of video promo.
Yep.
Trying to put together a promo reel for you.
Yep.
So we're doing our bit to try and help.
Yeah, helping me out.
All the creative types.
Yeah.
I heard you sing.
Yeah, I was singing earlier.
Dude, what a voice.
Oh, thank you, yeah.
Awesome stuff.
I think I've been playing now for about 11 years, so... I started singing right when I started playing my first ever tune. So my voice is at the start there, It takes a long time to kind of get to the point.
I'm gonna ask you a real funny question.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it. Let's start with let's talk about Pheonix Pritchard. Tell us, who is Pheonix Pritchard?
Okay, I've never really talked about myself before like that, but I would say I'm quite a friendly person. Get along with everyone. I can have a good chat. Always at my shows. Anyone wants to ever chat about a song or anything, I'm always up there to talk to people. I always put myself out there if anyone ever needs help or anything. And I'm quite hardworking and just like to stay creative and do things a bit different to the norm. And so that's about it. Yeah.
You didn't tell us much.
Yeah. Well,
like in a nutshell, you're a pretty compassionate young fella.
Definitely.
It appears to come out in your music.
Yeah.
What else do you do with yourself? Like, obviously inspired by music.
Yeah, definitely inspired by music. Just growing up listening to music my whole life, live. Definitely at the Wicker. I was at the Wicker when I was about 6 years old for the first time, and I heard a lot of live music go through there, and I kind of just got inspired to play live music and to learn an instrument. And also a lot of artists I've listened to throughout my life inspired me. I'd say, yeah.
So you basically grew up in the heartland of Newcastle.
Yeah, I grew up in Wickham.
Yeah, right there, 6-year-old, and you're tugging on Dad's shirt, and you say, "Dad, I want to do that when I grow up."
Yeah,
is that pretty much how it went?
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty
much. Do you actually recall saying that? Like,
I can't say I've recorded myself saying that, but I remember just because my dad was a muso back in the day. He used to play in the beer garden at the Wico as well, in like a duo piece, or sometimes by himself, or. Yeah, so, I grew up watching people do it my whole life, and I always just wanted to do it as well. I was always pushed into doing it as well, in a good way. My old man would get me up when I was like 12 to play one song in his gig. And
just encouragement, not push.
Yeah, not push, but encouragement, yeah. And it definitely helped. Yeah, definitely helped.
So I was going to ask you a weird question when you were talking about, finding a voice and that sort of stuff. I grew up with not an immediate music family, like Mum and Dad, they weren't musicians.
Yeah.
Mum thinks she can sing in the shower.
Yeah.
I don't think the only song my dad I've ever heard sing is "My Number Nut" from the Muppets for Animal. But I got my music stuff from aunts and uncles.
Yeah,
they played a lot of country music growing up, and I think it was a Hunter Valley country music thing, and I used to think I could sing, and I entered a talent quest at Hexham at the Bowling Club. Art Finlay, if you're watching, Art Finlay was there that day. He was superior to me on guitar at that point in time, right?
Yeah.
But I was at the time where you could say one man's voice changes. And I went from being this young kid that would sing quite high, to trying to perform the same song that I'd had practiced. And, I'll be honest, my nuts had dropped and I had the squeaky voice. How'd you get around that squeaky voice stage?
So, I guess things just started coming into their own. I guess I started playing around with the capo.
Yeah.
The capo was a big tool. If I didn't sound right on a song, or I'd like to experiment. Every time I learn a song now, I always experiment with the capo just to find a spot where it suits me perfectly. And I've pretty much done that over the years of just playing and experimenting and figuring out what range hits my voice. And it's changed throughout the years. The same songs that I was doing 6 years ago, I might play them differently, or I'll have them on a different capo I had from back then. And it's just natural. It's the way things go.
It is. Yeah, Justin and Ricky and I were talking about that last week. Listening to Skid Row back in the day when they were massive, and the song "Wasted Time," and I used to love singing that. And I wouldn't even attempt to try and sing that high now. and even White Snake and that sort of stuff. David Coverdale, probably one of the best voices I've ever heard in rock music.
Yeah.
They tuned to D, so they tuned in a whole tone, just so I can get through that stuff live. So I'm glad that you've picked up on that.
Definitely.
At an early age.
So whenever I play guitar without a capo now, it's just like I can play a lot of songs without, but I use the capo quite a bit, to be honest.
Good. I teach songwriting, and all the students that come through, and I don't know whether they like me saying it or not, but Taylor Swift. She's a great songwriter. She's written some massively
She does.
Well-known songwriters, but she's the queen of capo.
Right.
It's like 4, 5, 6 chords.
Yeah.
They're all same chords, just when we're going to put the capo.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a genius.
That's true, isn't it? I've seen those kind of compilations where someone's able to play like 30 songs.
Yeah.
Just with the same chords.
Yeah.
And it just depends on where the capo is.
I challenge you though, because if you take that capo, let's just say you go to a gig and you forget your capo. And you rely on it.
Yeah.
Can you navigate yourself around the fretboard enough to go,
what
am I going to do today?
I actually snapped a string on that guitar, and I had to borrow my mate's guitar, and I forgot to take my capo, and he didn't have one. So I played a whole 3-hour set, like a 3 sets without the capo, and I was able to get around it pretty easy. A few songs I just did differently, but yeah.
That's good to say you did differently, so you know, it's like, if on a good night you go to hit a high note, and you know you're not going to do it, sing it an octave lower, or find a different pitch and experiment.
That's it.
Awesome, man.
I've been playing live. I think I used to play at the Croatian club back in the day.
Yep.
It's like down the road from the Wickham Park Hotel. Used to play there. That was the first place where I kind of started playing, and because it was just a small crowd, easy going, and I used to do that when I was like 16. And then when I was 17. I got called up by Marcus 2 hours before a gig. My dad got called up, and my dad said, "Oh, do you want my son to play?" And Marcus was like, "Okay." So I went up, played, and Marcus then got me on playing, once a month or once every 2 months at the Wickham Park Hotel from like 17 to about 21 years old. So I just, over the years, got used to it more, and now it's just comes natural. I can just show up and play, and I don't get nervous anymore, and I'm just sweet.
I bet you will get nervous eventually, because with the bigger gigs comes a bigger responsibility,
exactly.
A different attitude. The bigger the gig, the more nervous you get.
Yeah, I bet.
But it pushes you to get through and challenge that, and it gives you thicker skin, and awesome.
Yeah,
because I can see you being in that position.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Absolutely,
that's a compliment, mate. Thank you.
What about you mentioned Dad? What about your musical background? I mean, Dad's obviously an influence on you.
Yeah, he was with the music I listened to,
Yeah, so what about, that's my next question, but your musical background, how did you come to be you as a musician? Aside from watching the music, when did you say, I'm going to learn the guitar, I know I can sing, how did you develop that skill set?
So I was about, growing up, my dad always he had this little Ashton guitar he bought for me, and he always tried to make me learn, but I was I got so frustrated, just never did it, never stuck with it. Then he moved away to Townsville, and I went up in the school holidays to go visit him for 2 weeks, and I was 11 at this age, and he gave me, which is sitting right there, it's an old Washburn guitar, beautiful guitar, sounds amazing, and he gave me it with the case, and he says, he taught me 4 or 5 chords and just said, go teach yourself. So I went back home to Newcastle, and from there I just started learning just anything I could kind of learn, which I started off with Ben Harper and Jack Johnson. And growing up watching people play and sing my whole life, when I started playing, the first song I learned, I literally just sung with it. I didn't think, I just thought that you had to sing if you played the acoustic guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
So I just naturally did it, even though I didn't even know if I had a voice or not. I just was always encouraged by my parents, so I just always thought I had a voice and just went with it.
Yeah, look, you know what, thinking you have a voice or not having a voice, I think just to have, and I say the word arrogance loosely, and in all positivity, but to know that you can sing and just go, it just happened, that's natural, that's a natural ability. Some people don't have that natural ability to do that. They've got to work really, really hard at it. So the encouragement there is keep working with what you've got.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're going to get better and better.
Yeah, and I didn't realise how I did some lessons with my girlfriend's mother is a teacher, a singing teacher.
Do you want to give her a shout out?
Yeah, she's in France.
We're going to talk about France.
Yeah. So my girlfriend's French, so she's a French woman, and she teaches music and singing. So I actually did 1 or 2 classes with her, just to kind of get the grips of like what an actual singing coach would say. And it really shocked me like how complicated it is to hit certain notes. Like I've got a long way to go, like a very long way to go.
Well, if you want to go down that path, you just keep pushing yourself.
Exactly, you know. So it was interesting. It was definitely a big it was a moment where I realised that, you know, it's very complicated singing, and people who do those very high notes and stuff like that, or low notes, it takes a lot of practice to get to those points.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I've just lost my thing. I'm on...
That's all good.
There we go. All right, so... Yeah, mentioned France. What about... I'll come back to France. You mentioned Jack Johnson, Ben Harper.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're your music influences. Are they your core music influences? Do you step outside of that singer-songwriter thing? Or
yeah.
Give us a hint of how you've developed
my sound
from the music influences to sort of where you are.
So when I first started, I was kind of just Jack Johnson. I was obsessed with him, and I'd listen to him, all his albums, and I knew all the lyrics. So learning his songs came so easy because I was just already had the groove, already had the beat. I knew exactly what to do, and it taught me a lot with the guitar playing as well, because he's a very good artist. I think like the amount of lyrics he will say in one line shocks most. Like if you really listen, the amount of words he puts in a line is just crazy. He puts a lot of words. And the rhythm and the melody and the way that you play as well, a lot of slapping the guitar and stuff. So it taught me all of that growing up.
Yep.
But my music taste has changed, and you know, that was years ago. Now I don't think I ever listen to Jack Johnson anymore, but I play a lot of his songs and I still love playing them. But yeah, I think the future with what I want my music to do, I kind of want to be open to lots of different things. You know, I do a lot of covers of heavy rock, lots of punk.
So give us an example of... Okay, so System of a Down.
Yeah, System of a Down. I do one of their covers, you know, and I do Foo Fighters. Yep. Do the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I do there's a punk band in America called Joyce Manor, and I heard one of their songs and it was awesome. Had this really cool guitar riff on it, so I had to learn it, and I play that, and that's like a full scream song. So I like to change things around, and when I do produce my own music one day, I don't want to be stuck to one thing. I kind of would like to do just whatever.
An evolution.
Sounds good to me
at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What about Soundgarden?
Soundgarden?
Yeah.
Black Hole Sun.
Do you do that?
I don't, but I love Soundgarden.
The only reason I mention that is he's a strapping, good-looking young fella. You look a little bit like Chris Cornell.
My dad looks exactly like Chris Cornell.
Well, there you go. See? Boom, boom. Winner.
My dad looks just like Chris Cornell.
And I can see it. And I wonder if he's got the Chris Cornell vibe going on.
Yeah. No, Chris Cornell's awesome. I love his music, and Audio Slave is awesome as well.
Yeah, shame to have lost such an amazing, inspirational, gifted musician.
Oh,
and one of the best, if not the best voice I've ever heard.
Oh, definitely one of the best voices.
Yeah, fantastic. You mentioned about producing your own music.
Yeah, so I would love just to create a little home studio and just be able to learn how to produce my own stuff, so I can have full control over what I make and what my sound is, because I've got all these ideas up in my head. I just got to save up and buy the equipment. And
do you do what I do? Do you have your phone on all the time, and as you come up with an idea, it's straight on the voice memo?
I don't have the voice memo, no, but I usually will go home on my laptop at night and write something down in the notes.
But what if you forget? Like that instant... I'm terrible at it. I go to another room and the wife goes, "Where you going?" I go, I got to record this before I forget it. And if I don't, I think I can remember it, but it's never the same.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just don't forget. Or maybe
you are younger, because I'm getting old as well, so maybe that's what it is.
I'll go home and I'll just write it down. But I want to get a YouTube channel sorted and do like 1 or 2 songs a week, or just one song, or maybe something other than doing music as well. There's so many different avenues. I just want to stay creative, because I think it's the way of the future, like creative jobs these days.
Right now, lockdown's not the right word, because we're not in lockdown, but with the uncertainty in the world, people are, and we're included. Exactly what we're doing now is staying creative. staying in front of people and
Yep.
doing what we need to do. So I think it's awesome that you've got that mindset.
Yeah, to build something, you know.
Yeah, to build your product.
Exactly,
Build
that's
your
it.
brand.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a really fun journey to start. I mean, I just started doing this music thing seriously this year, in January.
What a terrible time to do it, buddy.
I know.
Seriously.
I know. I just I got offered by Marcus to join up to Big Apache and be on the roster, and I just took that because I knew Marcus was a great guy. It's always something that interests me a lot to do, and I just had to take the opportunity. I took the opportunity, and I started doing it full time, and it was the best job I could ask for. I loved it, and then coronavirus hit 2 months later. So, yeah,
Doesn't matter. You're still on the roster.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
and you will get looked after. As I mentioned earlier,
100%. Yeah, there's no
great things.
I got no worries whatsoever.
The fact that he's probably watched you grow up from the age of
Yeah,
6 too. I mean,
yeah, he watched me growing up, and he knew my dad really well.
Bad habit. None of this is about me, but I write songs. I love writing songs. That's my passion.
Yep.
And you talked about producing your own music, and we had a chat earlier this afternoon before we went live about your music. You did a bit of a demo of one of your songs.
Yeah, so I just recorded one. It was written by my dad.
Yep.
But yeah, I play. It's called Mr. Governman.
Cool. What are the aspirations have you got to explore that in the future? Like, you're always writing down ideas. When do you think, like, you go to a songwriting house and they get given a theme. You need to write, about chicken wings today or something, whatever it may. You need to write, country music. You need to write about the dog that fell off the back of a truck or a political statement, Rage Against the Machine. Doesn't have to be like that, but how do you see yourself moulding into that singer-songwriter? Or, if you want to produce your own music, you're going to have to, learn how to collaborate with other people.
Of course.
Where can you see your desire to explore songwriting?
I wouldn't really know how to answer that. Like explore, what do you mean exactly?
So you're always writing down ideas. You're making notes. Surely, with the amount of talent that you've got, you're going to pen some material.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
So right now you're not looking at that. You just.
I'm not 100%. I want to kind of create like a name for myself first. This year I was going to focus on doing that, and then the coronavirus hit, so I'm not really getting as much exposure live, but behind the scenes, like I just want to get stuff sorted out, like on my Instagram. I want to get some cover shows sorted out for next year. I want to do like a cover show kind of covering heavy, like rock bands, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the System of a Down, Foo Fighters, and stick around that genre of music, but cover it on an acoustic guitar. Yeah. And just do little shows like that around Newcastle, and if it goes well enough, then maybe do a little East Coast tour to a few pubs up and down the coast. And that way, I just feel like if I do that for about 6 months, that could be a good way to like get my name out there. Yep. To then go ahead and then create my own album to an audience that's already there.
That's good. You've just answered the question. That's your way of exploring and finding yourself. So I guess you just want to develop that skill set of performing first. Yeah. And out of that will come probably or potentially a new voice of who you really are.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, what, we're 23?
22.
22. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Don't want to.
That's all right.
I don't think I really found my voice until I was 39.
Yeah, well,
I was just prior to
I just stopped rushing myself, and that's one thing that's been really hard for me to do, because I always felt like I was always behind and lacking. And you look on media all the time, and you see all these 22-year-olds and 23-year-olds successful as, and you're just like, why am I at that point? But you got to remember that. Yeah, I just got to stop rushing myself, and now I'm cool. I don't care. I don't. My success really, I'd be happy if I can just live off it. For a long amount of time. I really don't mind about becoming number one in the world. That doesn't bother me.
Great attitude. I like that. We're getting some awesome non-egotistical musicians through our studio here. Like Justin Nericki said, I don't have a desire to put my name in front of the world and say, look at me, how good is this song, and whatever it is.
Yeah, no.
You guys do it for myself.
insane.
And I'm getting that vibe from you.
Yeah. And if people dig it, I think that's the main thing. If you're just yourself and if you have a community of people that enjoy what you do and support you, then that's basically all you need, isn't it?
I don't think there's a better community than right here in Newcastle.
Oh yeah, it's a great place, and I'm happy to be here doing it.
You know, we got to think. You know, there's a lot of earlier bands, but and a lot of bands come through Newcastle and cut their teeth. But the Screaming Jets and Silverchair in particular, that era stemmed an international focus of like, oh geez, they bred some good musicians. A little bit like the Seattle scene. And all of a sudden we started seeing Big X come to Newcastle. Yeah, all the time. It's a really good breeding ground. You're a part of it. And the network of musicians that we've got.
100%.
It really freaks me out how you see all these names being pushed in front of people with all these big dollars, and you know, good on them. But there's so much talent that's unnoticed.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
A lot of it's here.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I know a few people my age and stuff that play, and they're still trying to find their place, and they're unreal. But you know, I look at them, I'm like, wow, man, they're so cool. Like they're able to do that, and some of the songs they write, and the amount of talent out there just it astounds me. Sometimes it's just like, wow, there's actually that many. There's a lot of people that can do it, you know, and it's a good thing. People should. It's a good vessel. Yeah.
Do you have mates or colleagues or the network of people around you that go, oh, you should write with this bloke, or this bloke wants to work with you, or I'll change that question. We spoke about it earlier about collaboration. Like, you're trying to find yourself, so really as a solo artist, can you see yourself hiring the big guns when you get to that point, like good session musicians, or do you just want to work with people that make you happy?
I kind of just want to work with people that I know and feel comfortable around, and that I trust. And I think it happens in time to find these people. That's how I met my lead guitarist in France when I was there. It was just by coincidence, and just being a nice person. You run into other nice people, and that's how it works.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice is a nice word, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just keep it nice. Let's go there. France. Let's talk about France.
Yeah, so I started travelling to France when I was about 18, and I've done about 5 trips since then. And so I've done about 5 trips in 4 years, and it was awesome. Such a good experience. I've got a girlfriend there as well, so that explains why. And
hang on a minute. She's there now?
She's here.
I was going to say you should give her a big wave.
Yeah, no, she's here. She's in Newcastle.
So give her a wave anyway.
Hello. Yeah, but I started travelling there, and she comes from an awesome city down southwest, and I also lived in there for 1 whole year at one point, and that was my recent trip. I did 1 full year, and I lived 8 months in this city in the northeast of France on the German border called Strasbourg.
Yep.
And in that city, there's a few bars around there. There's a pretty cool music scene, that like an underground kind of music scene that I found in these little areas of this city. Really like underground dark bars that have just got these crazy bands coming in, and it's real cool. And I met some really nice people there, and I played some really good shows. And this one day, this is how I met my guitarist. I was on the tram when I just moved into the city, and I was catching it to the gym, and it stopped halfway, and I just new to the city. I didn't have a SIM card. I didn't know where the hell I was. And I was asking people, like, why did the tram stop? And the tram stopped because of protest, but I didn't realise. So I hopped off, and some guy walked up to me with a guitar case, and he's like, hey, mate, like, I hear you speak English. What do you need help with? And I said, I'm just trying to get into the centre. And he's like, I'm going in there to catch a train. You can come with me. And turns out this guy was French, but his accent was just... you wouldn't know, like, he was French. And we started talking, and he's been a classical guitarist since the age of 5 years old. Okay. His parents pushed him into doing classical guitar. And
so conservatorium trained?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And he went to the top school in France for guitar, and he's just insane. And we paired up, we got each other's numbers, and we played some music together, and it was an awesome experience to be able to play with someone that talented. I played all my awesome covers from the Chili's and the Foo Fighters and stuff, and he did all the solos and we started doing shows together in that city, and it was just the coolest shows I've ever played. Like, we'll play at these huge bars for like these business schools, playing in front of all these students, and they were loving it. They never, like, there's the live music scene in France, like where I was, it wasn't as big as Newcastle. Like, here you got every bar has live music, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday arvos, where places over there, they don't have any of that. So when people see live music, they just are so invested in it, and they want to join in, and they want to sing, and they want to dance, and it was a really awesome experience to play in France. I really enjoyed it.
English spoken music, English language, because that's less really Germany, France, Italians. Pommies are English, of course, but they always are really fluent in English.
Yeah, well, they were pretty. The German are pretty good, and the French are good at English. And I think it was a big. Because I go there, I had no idea how to speak. I tried to learn, and I did learn quite a bit, but I just kind of lost it now.
Yeah.
But it's amazes me how so many of them can speak English, or not even fully fluent, but they can still say words, and it's just natural to everyone there to kind of know a bit of English.
I learned a bit of French.
Did you?
I worked in Mauritius, a little island in Mauritius, off the coast of South Africa, Madagascar, another little island there. South African French speaking language, what do they call Creole? I think it's called.
Right, okay.
But the lady at the bar, she wouldn't serve us after the first night unless we'd learnt to order a beer in French. That's it.
Do you know how to say it?
Je peux avoir un billet, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, je voudrais.
Something
je voudrais billet, s'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
and we nailed it. Well, we were going up, we learned how to count to 10. Well, I can only really carry 3 beers because I can't do beers, but so got to that. But
But
that's the second language over there, it's English, and they do it so well.
Oh, exactly. They get taught it in primary school and stuff. So
good mate of mine rang me this morning. I haven't heard from him. Hoffer, g'day mate. He goes, I heard the answer playing today, and it reminded me of you, so I had to give you a call. And it's just awesome rock music, very fluent English. But their background, I think they're Scottish or something. They're really thick accents. It's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's funny how those European bands are so really well scholared in speaking that way, and they sing like that.
Yeah.
You don't expect it.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talented musicians over there as well. So I was very lucky to meet that guy. Lucky to play shows with him as well. And it was a good experience. And it's kind of, I've come back here, and that's my next goal, is to find another guitarist around.
So you've never contacted him and asked him, would you like to come to Australia and do
Nah, because he was an amazing musician, and I reckon he could have done a lot with his music, but he was just focused in his career. He moved to Brussels, in Belgium, and started working there. So
he's probably working in an orchestral pit.
Yeah,
or something like that.
he's a very smart guy.
Yep.
And he's just like got a very good job and worked hard for that job. So good on him. That's what he wants to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about something, just go with it, because it doesn't feel like a job after that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping to find another guitarist here in Newcastle, which I'm sure I will. There's so many out there. I just want to find the right one.
I was going to say, it's good when not only when you find someone that you've got a chemistry with, but they are, I guess the phrase is better than you. If there's such a thing, like, I don't care about much of that. When their ability is beyond what you do, they push you to be better.
Yeah, 100%.
And you play better.
100%. Yeah.
It's just a natural progression. So find the right one, buddy.
Yeah, I will, for sure.
I probably can't help you.
No, that's okay. I'm out there. I'll do it myself, and I got a lot of time during COVID anyway. So you got there's not too much to do other than look online for cool artists.
Yep, stay creative, but focus on you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
absolutely. What about songs? You talked about the Foo Fighters, the Chili's. They've come up quite a bit. Yeah. Let's talk about a song. Is there any song in particular that you can reflect on that has more weight when you perform it? Like you just the emotional content's there. What song is it that really brings the best out of Pheonix?
I would say it's an original that my dad wrote as well, but I play it, and I don't play it too much because it's quite a quiet song, but it does have a really good meaning to it. It's called Reality Hurts. So basically it's about a woman that he loved and led him on, but she never wanted the full relationship, and it's just a song about how reality hurts, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, and definitely I can. And it doesn't have to be just with a woman, it can be any type of situation. Reality can be shit sometimes, you know, so that's definitely probably one I'd say.
We spoke about potentially, no one's done it yet, no one's played a song live.
Yeah.
We might get you to play that one later. What do you reckon?
Reality Hurts? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We filmed it a bit earlier.
Yeah, no, we played, that was the other one, the Mr. Governman.
Mr. Governman.
Mr. Governman, yeah.
Cool.
It's that's more of a beady song. Reality Hurts is it's a quiet one, like a little ballad.
Good. What about others? Let's get away from that one. Pick one song aside from Jack Johnson and Ben Harper that carries a bit of merit to you.
Merit.
It's in a song.
Yeah. Okay.
A well-written song. I mean, define well-written. Doesn't matter. I think Taylor Swift writes
that I can
songs.
Play, or just
I
in
think
general.
it inspires you to play.
Inspires me to play. I would say the latest song I learnt by Mac DeMarco. Mac DeMarco is this artist I've been listening to for the past year, and he's awesome. I love his songwriting, and I love his just his quirkiness, and like the type of person he is. He just seems like the kind of guy I would go along with, and
Does it his way.
He does it his way, and he's just got this whole crazy thing going up on his mind, and he's able to just produce it all himself in his bedroom and do every instrument, and I just really admire that. So his latest, the song that I learnt, latest of his, definitely connect to that one. I think it's called, I forgot the name, I'm having a mental blank at the moment.
Do it all the time.
But Mac DeMarco for sure, his songs definitely hold some weight.
Yeah, the weight, the word weight obviously is relevant right there because you mentioned about producing your own music. So that's...
and the topics he sings about and the life that he grew up and had as well, you know, you can connect to it on a certain level. So when I play songs, I kind of just connect to them when I'm playing them.
I say it all the time. For us musicians, music is our creative outlet to say things that we couldn't or don't want to say in a conversation. Yeah. That's the way we have that's the way we converse. Yeah.
For sure.
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and pick up your guitar and start playing, or?
Nah, because I've got neighbours above me. I honestly, I don't. I sleep right through the night. I usually don't wake up.
I wish I could be like that.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to get to sleep, but once I do, I'm cool.
Yeah. I look forward to the conversation that we have, potential future conversation where you say, you know, I woke up at 2 o'clock and I remember that conversation when I wrote a song.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go.
Maybe. That could happen.
Yeah. Some of the best stuff will come when you least expect it.
Yeah, I bet. That's how I tried to keep it open for that.
Who's the best band you've seen live?
John Butler Trio.
Cool, isn't he?
They were cool. Really cool.
What's
sure. Or Flight to Dubai.
No.
They're from Sydney. It was years ago, but I watched them live and I've listened to some of their stuff online, and I think they got such a cool sound. Super small, no one knows them.
I was going to say, I love being educated. I'll look these guys up.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're awesome, and the singer has such a unique voice. And I saw him live by accident. I was 17 and I went into a pub when I shouldn't have. But it was to watch a band, and I went in there with my mate, and we watched this band, and it was a great night, and they were awesome. I had no idea who they were, but I just went in there and listened, and they were awesome. I really enjoyed. They were awesome live as well, and they came back to Newcastle and did another show, and I went to that one as well. So
did you meet the guys?
I met the lead singer, introduced myself, and talked to him for a bit. But this was when I was like 17 or 8. Yeah, I was 17, and he would have been at least 22. You know, so I was this young kid.
Young. Oh, your enthusiasm blows me away. What about locally? What about who do you enjoy watching live in Newcastle?
In Newcastle, I would say I like going to the Foghorn every
Whereabouts?
Tuesday night. They got the live mic and the open mic, sorry. And some of the artists that come through there, and there's a few weekly ones. I love listening to them. They do their own stuff on the side as well, but it's a good way for me to learn and to watch lots of new artists and discover them, and then go watch them at their own shows. So I've done that. Got to say, the boys that I met there one time, they're called Manawa, and it's a bunch, just 3-piece band, little cajon, guitarist and a singer, and they're awesome. They played there and they did some own shows, did some busking, and I watched them, and they got such they're really good songwriters as well. So yeah, really enjoyed them.
Yeah, plenty of talent in Newcastle. I like Steve Edmonds, big inspiration on me. Haven't seen him for a while. I should go watch you, Steve, again very soon.
Yeah.
While there's still gigs around.
Yeah, 100%. Very few, but there's still definitely some there.
Yeah. Let's keep this thing going.
Yeah.
We had a lady on here 2 or 3 weeks ago who's doing some cool creative stuff in Newcastle.
Yeah, it's just D.
We've been networking with D, and we've been doing some editing, some video editing, and
D's awesome. It's very creative, very motivating.
You did some stuff on D's show, the MIDI show.
Yeah. So I went and did a podcast with D. It was my first ever one, so I was probably insanely nervous doing it. I was going there. I was more nervous for that than any of my other shows I've ever done. Yeah. And but I had a great time. The crew there were awesome. Like Egg Beater Productions, he was cool. And sound guy, everyone was awesome there, so had a really fun time.
She's funny, isn't she?
She's hilarious.
She makes you feel relaxed.
You feel so instantly as well. I think that is that's definitely something you have to have in that environment. And Dee smashes that. She can just make you feel so comfortable instantly.
Dee, Faith, hello darling. She went live with her podcast show, the MIDI show.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, the day I was there. Yeah, yesterday as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the video is going to be released shortly. Is that right, Wes?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. I think 2 weeks. Mine is scheduled for. Yep. So not the next one coming. I think the one after.
So I went up there and did a session with her on the Sunday afternoon. I think I had to follow Brian McVernon and a couple of other awesome Newcastle musicians. An Irish lady, can't remember her name, but by that time of the afternoon, I think Dude had a couple. Yeah. And our podcast filming session was a little bit loose, and she said, "You know what?" She goes, "It was bordering on R-rated. I don't think we can do that one. We might have to get you into the studio again so we can actually release that one." I'm like, you know, whatever. But I had fun doing it. Yeah.
Oh, it's an experience for sure. Yeah. And it's a cool studio. She's done really well with what she's
jazzed it up.
Like literally in 2 months, she's transformed that garage to something awesome. Yeah. Looks awesome. Like she did a great job with it. Yeah.
So again, the power of networking in Newcastle and being creative, and there's so much talent here. And
there's so many people as well.
Behind the scenes stuff that people don't know about, you know, check it out and get amongst it. And
100%. It really opened my eyes up how much goes on behind the scenes this year. Starting to do it full time. Good.
So good on you, Dee. Good luck with the show. The MIDI show. She said to me, "What is the MIDI show?" I think it was one of her questions in her online poll survey. What does the MIDI show remind you of? What does it remind you of when you hear the MIDI show?
The MIDI show, like the footy show or something.
Well, there you go. Cool. So different was I said Ray Martin from the Midday Show. I felt like a goose because I obviously can't read. The footy show. The fat still though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you follow football? You don't.
I used to
follow sports ball.
No, I'm not really into sports too much. I mean, I do play. I used to love playing sports. I used to play rugby and all that, but I'm more in just surfing now.
Yep.
just
Keeping
doing
fit.
it myself, keeping fit. I mean, I do competitions as well, but I got a comp on this Sunday.
Who's your club? Who you surf with?
I'm actually a bodyboarder, so
Right.
I've been bodyboarding. I'm with the Newcastle Bodyboarding Club.
Cool.
So we'll be at Newcastle Beach on Sunday. Just about do some comp. It'll be heaps fun, I reckon. Keen to do it.
I've never been good at surfing. I've always loved surfing. Just before I met my wife, I was the fittest I think I'd ever been. I was surfing all the time. I used to go to work with salt running out my nose, and my boss would laugh at me. I actually turned up with my towel to work.
Wow.
And I just got fat and lazy, and I like watching it.
Yeah, it's a good sport to watch, mate. It's really good.
it's great.
Definitely, like lately when we've had these big swells coming in, to go down to the beach and watch the
I
pros.
saw some awesome live footage. People were just live streaming those.
Oh yeah,
surfs out
100%.
there.
Yeah, it gets big down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hectic.
Big shout out to Mark Richards, eh?
Yeah.
The local legend that used to surf that break all the time.
Yeah, it's a good
What
break.
they call it, the wounded seagull. I think that's what they call him.
The wounded seagull.
The way he used to.
Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't know about that. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So
Don't ring me up and say I'm for dawn patrol because I won't get out of bed.
Nah. But it will be at dawn. I think it's at 6 a.m. So.
Good luck with it. Good luck with
Thanks,
it.
mate. Thank you.
Good luck with it. What does the future hold for Pheonix Pritchard? And I know it's a tough question because of what's occurring right now.
Yeah.
Given the fact that we've got to evolve with this thing.
Yeah, of course.
What does the future hold for you?
Honestly, I would love to just go full into doing like YouTube and Instagram kind of more than Facebook, to be honest, and just focus more on maybe even doing a show on YouTube or something along the lines of video production, and then doing music as well, like live covers and stuff like that. Also doing Instagram live covers and live videos.
Yeah.
And just trying to create an online presence, really, and get like merch one day, do my own little shows, release songs, try to just, really just
So in a
create a
nutshell,
presence.
what you're trying to say is you're going to build a brand.
Yeah, basically,
through
yeah.
social media.
That's
influencing.
my goal, yeah.
Like those people that dress cats up and stuff.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, you seen that?
I've seen that, yeah.
I was never a big cat fan. I hated cats. We inherited my mum's cat, and anyway, I don't want to upset my wife with how the cat passed away. But and then we got a couple of cats when we moved here 12 years ago, and I love them.
Yeah, they're great.
And then someone said, you know the funny cat videos you watch? I think it was a link I got from that because Google watches everything and tells the algorithms this guy's going to watch cat videos. And I stumbled across the cat Instagram thing. I can't remember what it was. Have you seen it?
Yeah, and they just...
Cats of Instagram.
Cats of Instagram.
Holy hell. Some
funny.
people...
They go through a lot of lengths to...
What is it
dress
with
up their
people that
cats.
want to dress up cats in a clown suit?
But so with dog people as well, but you see it all over Instagram as well. There's huge pages of dogs, like millions of followers.
Yeah.
Just, they live off just dressing their dog up. Like, it's crazy. So if they can do that, at least, maybe I might be able to...
Oh, no, I was going to say, don't do that. Don't go getting dressed up, please.
No way.
We don't want to go down that road. But yeah, build your brand. You're on the right path.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I think it's the future definitely is the future.
Yeah.
It's 100% the future. And but I would love to create my own music as well at one point. I want to be on stage playing, maybe even get a band going, but just really I'm not thinking too much about it. Just whatever comes will come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I kind of look at it.
You're rolling with it.
Yeah, rolling with it.
Yeah, awesome. That's great. I know you're being looked after by Marcus at the Wicco.
Yeah,
Big Apache.
Yeah.
You've just recently played a show there.
Yeah, last Friday night.
You've got a residency there pretty much
Yeah.
once a month.
Yeah, once or twice.
Tell everyone when your next date is. I know when it is, but
I don't. I've got a lot of gigs coming up. I don't know the next date.
how about we tell? So September 13.
September 13th.
At the Wicco.
Right, okay.
This
September
young,
13th.
strapping, good-looking Chris Cornell.
I go month by month. That's it.
That's it. You got a residency once a month. 13th of September. I might have missed August. I didn't see it.
Maybe there is one in August, but there probably will be one set up in August because I don't know. I got to go home and look at my calendar
I know you've got one on the 17th of September, and then pretty much monthly from there. So
yeah.
Get your butts. Newcastle, Novocastrians, Central Coast people.
Yeah, the Wickham Park Hotel.
From the Valley, I know probably no one's watching, maybe all 2, 3, 4, 20 of us. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this will be shared. You're going to share.
Yeah, I'll share this.
We'll share this.
I'll share this.
Go and see this young fella perform.
Yeah,
you'll
please
be
do.
educated.
And come have a chat afterwards. Have a beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I love meeting people as well after my gigs and talking about music and talking about a song that might have I love. That's why when I play live, I like to have such a what's it called? A repertoire of music.
Of course.
Different types of music, from stuff that people will be shocked to know that I even play, because they would think, wow, I can't believe he's going from this side of the spectrum to this side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
That's what I try to keep
Very
it nice and
diverse.
fresh and diverse. And sometimes one song of the whole set might just inspire this one person to come up and say, wow, that one song you did was awesome.
Yep.
Because I like that kind of music, where then someone totally opposite could come up and like something totally opposite to that song. So yeah, that's one thing I like, when people come up and they recognise a song that I've put effort into covering that most people probably won't cover. That's something that I like to do.
Yep.
Keep it different to the other acts in Newcastle.
I enjoy that. I love music all around. If a cover band wants to play a song and try and play it like the original, to me they've got to do it justice.
Yeah, 100%.
If they don't do it, well, at least they're having a dig and they're out having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
What I enjoy the most is exactly, what you're saying, a twist on the song, the variation, doing it that way to show them, this is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So,
I really dig that. My young bloke does it. He's filthy talented, Wesley.
Yeah, he is.
Corn. Let's do an acoustic version of a Corn song, please. And he smashes it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then we go sit around the campfire and all my mates go, you got nothing, Edgerton. Your song blows in. We don't want to hear you anymore. It's good.
Yeah.
He does it all the time. And I get off on that. I like people that can do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's very creative to be able to do that to a song. I mean,
I'll throw a challenge down to you. I don't know why I'm saying this, but again, it's fresh in my mind because Justin and Ricky and I were throwing out some big names last week of who inspired us and favourite albums.
Yep.
Have you ever listened to Smokey?
No, I haven't.
Go listen to some Smokey.
Okay.
Might not be what you into. You might be surprised. Very diverse, good stuff. Go and find a song out of their repertoire and learn it.
Okay. I'll try.
I reckon someone up in the crowd will go, I haven't heard that song for years. Don't do Living Next Door to Alice and don't do Oh Carol.
Okay.
Don't go. That's the mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
Go and find something in their repertoire. I reckon you smash it.
Okay. I'll give it a
One
go.
of my favourite bands ever.
Okay. I'll take that.
Cool. What about gear? I mean, you talked about your awesome guitar, the Washburn.
Yeah, and the case is awesome as well. That's the ultimate travel case right there.
Hiscox.
I'm not sure what it
Looks
is,
like
but
a Hiscox
it is
case.
a very hard case, and it's very protected for when I do my plane trips. I've done 5 trips to France, and it's never been damaged.
Are you one of those blokes that watches the plane carriers and hope that they don't throw you?
No, I'm not. I don't worry. With that case, I don't worry at all. Don't need to
I'll
look.
tell you what, I've seen some scary things.
Yeah, no, I bet. I don't want... I mean, if that guitar ever broke on me, I'd be pretty upset. It's a very good guitar.
Is it insured, mate?
No.
Get it insured.
Alright.
Get it insured. So, mainly acoustic. You don't have any favourite gear apart from that? You're not obsessed with gear?
I've got to start... Honestly, I think I'm going to try to start learning about gear, because I'm going to go into Muso Corner this week. I'm going to pick up myself a little home recording mic to plug into my laptop. Start doing my own stuff, because if I'm going to do it, I want to do it properly. And that's how I've always been. That's why I've kind of been hesitant on the social media side of things for now, because I don't want to release shit that's going to be fuzzy or bad quality sound. I want to be able to actually produce stuff that's going to be nice.
I know a bloke that could really help you.
Okay.
He's sitting in that.
Yeah,
control
I was
room
talking to
over
Wes
there.
earlier when I got
He'd
here.
probably recommend Reaper, something like that.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
No, yeah. I need something cheap. I can't go with the most expensive at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely want to get something for the home
Get amongst it,
recordings.
learn it
Yeah.
well, and
Yeah.
get good at producing stuff. I look forward to hearing some of the stuff you bring to us in the future.
Oh, I'm real keen. I got some good contacts as well in France as well. In Strasbourg, in the city I was living in. I played a show live, and there was an act that was hopping up after me, and they were a collective of about 7 people. 3 of them or 2 of them were producers, and the rest were rappers or singers. And they all had their own individual style, but they all helped each other out on their projects, and they did film clips. And these guys were pretty well known in that area. They had millions of views on their videos. They were quite known. People knew who they were, and that's why they were playing at this business school party. And after my show, before they hopped up, they invited me over to their table, and they had a chat to me, and they wanted me to come to their studio and do some stuff with them. So
cool.
I went to their studio, and I saw the whole thing for the first time in my life, and I jumped into their little recording booth, and I did some songs with them and did some music. And it was such a good experience, and those guys were wizards. They just were so good with their music and producing,
and made you feel comfortable.
It made me feel real comfortable, and I had such a good time with those guys.
Cool.
And it really opened up another aspect of another path I want to go down when it comes to music. They did a lot of really cool stuff that I want to do as well. So I got those contacts over there in France that will always help me out if I ever need anything or any questions. So
that's the beauty of the internet. Being able to collaborate with people online. You wrap your head around a door, digital audio workstation, and just sending files back and forth. Why not?
Yeah, 100%, man. And they're good. They speak English well. They're very talented, and they do. If I ever even wanted a French verse or something on my song, I can always get them to do that. You know, they can mix it up, do something no one's done before. So.
I do it.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
There's a lot of I'm excited for the future because there's so much I just want to do. There's so much there. So I just really got to start with one thing and take it slow.
Super infectious you are, dude. The energy and the aura, the vibe. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So much positivity.
Yeah, no, I think that's
stuff.
The way to be.
Do we have any questions for Pheonix? Is there anyone out there?
Yeah,
does anyone want to throw a question at young Pheonix? And look, if you watch this afterwards, just throw a comment in the chat box. And the young fellow will reply in kind. Yep, all right. You mentioned YouTube and that stuff. We are going to YouTube.
You are?
Well, potentially, yeah. We're thinking about going to that platform, but at the moment we're still on Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, you can do both. You can upload, you can record this and then put it onto your YouTube, and it's a great platform as well, YouTube.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
I've run out of questions.
That's all right.
Do you want to part with a song?
Yeah, I'd love to finish off with a song.
Are we going to go
here or there?
I think on the lounge. Wes, what do you reckon? Yeah, all right.
Cool.
Go grab your guitar, mate.
I'll grab my guitar.
I will part by saying thank you to those that tuned in to our Thursday evening Bellados Music's live chat. We got some awesome people coming into the studio over the next 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. Some big names that are going to talk about creative industries. But I've really enjoyed my time chatting to the young crew, the young up and comers, and giving them an opportunity to talk their voice, to share positivity in a terrible time that we're all going through. Stay happy.
Yeah, definitely.
Any day above the soil is a good way to live.
100%, mate.
We're all still here. Just stay supportive of each other. Yeah, and if they say wear a mask, wear a fucking mask. I'm sorry for
100%.
swearing, but
it's true. Just wear a mask. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, we'll get through this. I've got to learn to stop swearing on. Yeah,
that's all right. I'm pretty bad as well, you know. I started doing. Before this. I was a tradie for 4 years, so I was around all of them, you know. And I picked it up as well. It's a thing. You just pick it up. You
We're Aussies, mate.
We're Aussies, but that's the thing.
Mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how much I swore until I went to France, and then
Tell you what, I didn't realise how much we swore until my daughter started swearing.
And then you hear it.
And I go, was I the influencer of that?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Both of my kids are awesome. I love this young bloke in the control room. He's doing great. My daughter, my wife, my pet dog who barked at you.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
I might bring him live in a couple of weeks.
100%.
Charlie
Yeah,
out
bring
to
Charlie.
terrorise him.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to leave everyone with Pheonix Pritchard. He's going to perform a cover of an original.
An original of I think I'll do Mr. Government.
Let's do that one.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
Thank you everyone for tuning in Thursday night. Bellados Music. Remember to network if anyone wants to come in and have a chat with us. If anyone wants to come and record their stuff, any social media platform, anything that you want to do creatively, we can help you.
Yeah.
We can help you write songs.
Yeah, 100%.
We might write a song together one day.
Yeah,
I reckon
100%. We should do that. Yeah, link up.
Any promo stuff you want done, we can organise it for you in the studio. Otherwise, share the love, be kind to yourselves and others. Stay safe. Everyone, we're going to end. Pheonix Pritchard, take it away, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. This one's called Mr. Government. I hope you enjoy it. Mr. Government, godlike face with the deceitful end. He says he cares about all the little ones. We see him feather up bees while little one know he'll run. You may wonder why she stands there on the edge with the lost soul in her eyes. Did she find what she was looking for? Or the devil give her what she wants to take her soul? Take her soul. I say, why? Why, why? Why I feel this way? Got my arms around my baby. I don't wanna feel this way. I see the bank man, he's standing alone. He got no heart to show, it would take your home. Watch him give it to the little man. He picks him out of the band and chucks him into hell. Into hell. I say, why? Why, why? Why I feel this way? I got my arms around my baby. I don't wanna feel this way. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you to Wes. Thank you to everyone to help me out to get to where I am right now. Thanks to Marcus. I mean, I've got so many people to thank. Just, you know who you are, so thank you a lot. I really appreciate it. And have a great night, guys. Thank you.